Please subscribe our YouTube channel Quality Perfect India and hit the bell icon for the latest update.
Hello friends, I am Jagdish Prasad and you are watching my channel Quality Perfect India. Today our topic is Measurement System Analysis, that is also known as the MSA, and in this session I will explain you how to calculate practically the value of gauge R&R MSA. So let us start the video. Friends, if you are going to calculate variable gauge R&R, five things you have to keep in your mind. First things, a minimum of two or more operators are required. Means if you are going to conduct the variable gauge and R calculation, minimum two or three operators is required who are going to check the part. Here, in example, I have taken three operators, and second things is at least 10 parts should be required. Means if you are going to calculate variable gauge and gauge R&R, you have to take 10 minimum parts, and that part selection is the part should be cover all the tolerance of the part in that samples. Means if you are taken 10 parts and the dimension of part is 10 plus minus zero point 0.1, means some parts, two or three parts, you have to take in minimum range of tolerance, and some parts you have to take a maximum range of tolerance. Suppose if you are going to measure one part which having the dimension 10 and tolerance is plus minus zero point 0.1, means you have to take some parts which having the dimensions 9.90 and some parts which having the at maximum range, that is 10.1, so that such type of like that you have to select the part. Second thing is each part should be measured two or more times. Means one part more than two times we have to measure. Here I have tried three times measurement in one part. Third thing is operator should measure part in random order. Means if you are going to provide the part to check the dimensions to operators, you have to provide in a random order and not in sequence order. Fourth, you have to remember that adequate sensitivity of equipment means how to select the equipment or gauges. If you are going to check the dimensions, if any tolerance, suppose the tolerance given about the dimension 100 micron, means you have to select the equipment which have least count 10 micron. That is known as the 10 to 1 rule. For other example, suppose if you are going to check one dimension which having the tolerance plus minus 10 micron, for that one you have to select the equipment which having the least count 1 micron. That is known as the 10 to 1 rule. Fifth is measurement system should be in statistical control. Means you have taken that part from the process, that process should be only the common cause of variation will be present in the process and not special cause of variation. Friends, here let us see start the how to take the data. Suppose if you are going to take any data, you have to write all the details at the top of the page, that the part name, part number, gauge name, characteristic, nominal value, customer name, date and performed by. Here part name is I have written here, that is ABC. What is the part name that you write here, and part number I have just written 1 2 3 4 5, you write your part number. Gauge name means which gauge you are using for checking these dimensions. For that one means that is height gauge or micrometer or calipers, vernier calipers. What you are going to use this gauge equipment, you write here. Characteristic means what you are going to check, that is length or dia or depth, what you are going to check that dimension, you write here. And nominal means here you write the tolerance of the part, which tolerance of the part we are going to check. And here you write the customer name and date and performed by who are going to perform that. Here I have taken three appraiser, means three inspector, appraiser A, appraiser B and appraiser C, and I have taken 10 parts 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7, 8, 9, 10, and for that one I have given to appraiser A to check the dimension, and he has checked and he given the dimensions are one part he checked 3 times at random order, and the part given that dimension given is 4.75, 4.76 and 4.76 for part dimension of part number 1. Similarly, part number 2 has he measured 3 times, part number 3 he measured 3 times, and so on. And after calculation, this one same we are going to do for appraiser B also. He has also checked and given the dimension all 10 parts, and appraiser C also he checked the dimension 1 to 3 and given and all the 10 numbers 10 parts dimensions. Here what we'll do is first we calculate the average of part 1. Part 1 average is 4.75, 4.76 and 4.76. If you calculate the average means you add these 3 and divided by 3, and this value is come, that is 4.757. And similarly you have to calculate for part 2 also, and for part number 3 also, and part number 4 also, like that 10 parts we have to calculate. After calculating this one, that average XA, that is known as the XA, 4.75, and here for part average is 4.717, and like that we have to calculate 10 part average. And after calculating that average of these 10 parts, again we have to calculate average of the average, and this is known as the XA bar, and value is coming that 4.741, means you have to add all these 10 parts and divided by 10. This is the value is coming. After calculation this one, we have to calculate that range also. The range, what is the range? Range means that is maximum minus minimum value. Here maximum is 4.76 and minimum value is 4.75. And if you calculate maximum minus minimum, the value will come 0.010. And for part 2 also same things, will calculate all the ranges, and after that, after calculating these ranges, you calculate the average range of these 10 parts, and this is coming the that is known as the RA bar 0.014. This is the value of the range RA bar. Same activity we have to do for appraiser B also and appraiser C also. Now we have to calculate XP bar. What is the XP bar? Average of XA, XB and XC. What is the XA? XA is here, you see 4.757, and XB is here 4.720, and XC here 4.747. If you add these things and that you will take the average, the value will come the 4.741, and like that for part 2 also you have to calculate, part 3 also you have to calculate, and so on. After calculating that XP bar, this value will come 10 times. After calculating this 10 times, again you have to calculate average of this one, and that is known as the XP double bar, and the value is 4.7362. This is the value of XP double bar. Now we are going to calculate RP. What is the RP? Maximum XP bar minus minimum XP bar. What is the XP maximum XP bar? If you see here, 4.887 is the maximum XP bar, and minimum is 4.650 is the minimum, and if you calculate, this value will come 0.237. Now we are going to calculate R bar. What is the R bar? RA bar plus RB bar plus RC bar divided by number of appraiser. Here RA, how much it is coming? 0.014 from here, and RB bar equal to 0.008 from here, and that is RC bar equal to 0.009 from here. If you add these things and divide by 3, the value will come the 0.01033. And here X difference bar. What is the X difference bar? If you calculate here, maximum of XA bar, XB bar and XC bar minus minimum of XA bar, XB bar and XC bar. Here, what is the maximum of XA, XBB? Means here 4.741. You have to calculate from here, taken value from here, and minimum is 4.733, and you put the value here, and what is the value will come? X difference bar means 0.008. Here what you got is R bar equal to 0.01033, X difference bar 0.008, RP value is 0.237. Now you are going to calculate repeatability. This repeatability is also known as the equipment variation, and equipment variation denoted by EV. EV formula is R bar into K1. R bar value is you have taken from here, and K1 value is, you see this data, if trial is 2 times means 4.56 will be taken, and if trial is 3.05 we have to take. Here one parts we have checked by one appraiser 3 times, so the value will be this one, K1 value will be 3.05. so this value is put here, and you can get EV means equipment variation value is 0.0315. Similarly, we have to calculate reproducibility means a pressure variation, and that is also known as the AV. AV formula is X difference bar into K2 to the whole square minus EV square divided by NR to the under root. If you put this all the values here, X difference bar you take from here value, and K2 means if appraiser is 2, the K2 value will be 3.65, and if appraisers are 3, the K2 value will be 2.7. Here our appraisers are 3, so we have to take this value and we'll put here this value. After that, that is EV square. EV square means EV value we already calculated here, put this value, and that is divided by NR. N means number of parts you have taken, that 10 parts I have taken, so you have to 10 right here, and R means that is number of appraiser 3, so into 3 here. If you calculate these things, the value will come 0.020. Now we are going to calculate repeatability and reproducibility, that is R and R. The formula is for R and R EV square plus AV square under root. Here EV means EV you take from here value, and AV means just you take from here, and if you calculate this one, R and R value will come 0.037. Now we are going to calculate part variation, that is known as the PV. PV means RP into K3. RP you take value from here 0.237, and K3 means if number of part 10, for that one K3 value will be 1.62. So if you put here K3 value 1.62, the value will come for PV is 0.383. Now you have to calculate the total variation TV. TV means the formula is R and R square plus PV square under root. Here the R and R value will take from here, that is 0.037, and PV means just we have calculated here 0.383, and put this value, and this value will become, that is 0.385. Now we have calculated the value EV equal to 0.0315, AV equal to 0.020, R and R 0.037, PV equal to 0.383, and TV is equal to 0.385. Now we are going to calculate EV, AV, R and R and PV in percent with respect to total variation. If you calculate EV in percent, that is formula will be that EV by TV and multiply by 100. Like that you have to calculate the percentage, and if you put the value here, that percentage of EV will come 8.16. Similarly, AV percentage will become 5.16, and gauge R and R divided by TV and multiply by 100, and this value will become 9.66, and percent of PV will be come that same formula like that, and we have to put that it will come the 99.53. These are the values which observed in percent. Now let us see what is the acceptance criteria. Here, if gauge R and R value will come under 10%, the gauge is acceptable. And if the value of gauge R and R will come 10 to 30%, may be gauge acceptable based upon the importance of applicants application cost of the gauges etc. And if the value of gauge R&R will come over the 30%, gauges not acceptable and measurement system needs to improvement. Here see how much our gauge and R value come. Here R and R value is coming 9.66, which is under 10%. So our gauge is acceptable. And hello friends, this is a video on how to calculate gauge R&R. And if still you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can get the notification when I will upload the video in future. And you can like my video, you can comment on my video, and you can share the link to your friends and relatives so that they can also get advantages to join with us. Thank you very much.